Open terracing and corrugated iron on a cold day in Kent. Only diehards need apply. Priestfield, home of Gillingham Football Club. Second Division football is a far cry from the glamour and the glory of the Premiership. Survival is the priority.
It gets a lot easier. How long did it take then?
No, it took us, well, Lindsay, I don't take a watch. I won't take my watch. So it's one of them, just do it and then get back, and whenever time you get back, you get back.
I got it, okay. Do you want to take a bite and sip, sir?
The fear of relegation hasn't dampened the players' spirits. Despite being thousands of miles away, the chairman's mind is on events back home.
Right back, Steve!
Hello, Paul here. How are you? Yeah, good. Not too bad. What's the result? 0-0. Free disallowed. So well done, lads. Bye.
The team desperately need to turn it round. Another bad result leaves the chairman with plenty to think about on the journey home. The honeymoon is over.
And rest. Yes, Steve. Place the ball again. Yeah, 2 headers this time. 2 headers, so you get at least 2, Ash. So you're working, same little touch. Ah, a bad pass. Change him round.
Monday morning at Gillingham's training ground, the players preparing for 2 away games against the division's top 2 teams. All signs suggest no points and a winter fighting relegation. But after a shocking first half of the season, performances are picking up. For manager Tony Pulis, the change can't come quick enough. The team went 13 games without a win at one point, which stretched the patience of the players and the fans, but the pressure was felt most by the man in charge.
You've got to have patience. You've got to have good people who work around you. You need to be successful, otherwise you're not in the job long. That's the bottom line. And you need a lot of lady luck. The managers will always be the ones that will take full responsibility for anything that happens. And you usually find if, I had a situation when I was manager at Bournemouth where I sold nearly £3 million worth of players. Really just to cover all the debts and all the problems that Bournemouth financially were in. And we stayed in the league that we're in now with a bunch of kids. And you get the sack because of that. If I'd have been working for a financial company, I think I'd have got a massive rise.
Scally has made sure he's back from his honeymoon in time for a make-or-break week. 2 away games against the leaders Watford and second place Bristol City.
Morning, Tom.
Morning, Mr. Chairman.
You all right?
Training today?
I'm training today, actually, yeah.
That's good.
No meetings today.
All right.
See you later.
Bye. See you later.
We've had a bad October and November, but strangely we haven't played that badly. It's just we haven't picked up the points, and we've had some crazy games where we should have won and we've drawn or lost, and it hasn't come together. But I think we've got 2 very important games coming up, one against Watford away and Bristol City away.
In the space of 6 days, the life of the football club has been turned on its head, and now the seeds have been planted for a push towards the playoffs.
Well done, yeah. Fucking well done. Well done, lads. Well done, Jimmy. Fucking brilliant, son. What a performance. Come on, you 2. Come on, you 2. Guy, well done, son. That's fucking terrific. Well done. Well done, AD. Well done. Brilliant. Well done. Come on, Matty. Bristolians, softest trainer. Come on, Matthew.
The chairman's ready for you now.
Okay.
The success of star striker Adi Akinbaye has the big club sniffing, so Gillingham move fast to tie him down. Addy's agent, Andy Mills, knows the kind of deal he's looking for. How close will that be to the figure the chairman has in mind?
Hi Andrew.
Hello, Paul.
How are you?
Very well,
Good to
thank
see you again.
sir.
Sorry I'm not in a suit, but you're my only appointment today and I knew you wouldn't mind
Not a problem.
if I was casual. Have a seat. Do you want to sit on this side and we can talk?
Yeah, good as gold.
Is that okay for you? I got your facts about Addy
Okay.
and he's not going to Juventus
Right, after all.
after all. No, he says he doesn't want to go to a big club. He really quite enjoys it here at Gillingham.
I understand he had a problem with the currency.
Well, he can't speak Italian, that's the other problem, of course. And he doesn't like Italian food. So he quite enjoys life here at Gillingham. So what we're going to try and do today is, if we can, establish terms for a new contract.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'd like to keep him here, notwithstanding the fact that our director's box seems to be more fuller every week with scouts from all over the country.
Right.
So if we can establish terms of a new agreement, perhaps we could sign him for an extra year, which will give him a lift and help him, obviously, in the short term.
Yeah.
And, of course, reward him for the efforts he's been putting in.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gwen.
That is fine.
Thanks. Do you want some tea or coffee, Andy?
I'll have a cup of tea, please, if possible.
And one coffee, please, Gwen. Thank you. Can we confirm, right, this is the contract we're working to now,
Yeah.
which is this, which you've got a copy of. And of course the signing on fees, etc. have been paid on these dates as normal.
Yes. Yeah.
This is your facts to me on your requests for the new contract,
Yes, indeed.
which I've now stopped laughing about. But in seriousness, we've got to try and resolve something that gives Addy an incentive and rewards him for the efforts he's put in the short term. Most players now have got agents. We've dealt with people from, if you like, household names like Mel Steen, down to household names that people that aren't household names like Andrew Mills. No, seriously, he's a good lad. He helps the players. He does a lot for the players. He's easy to deal with, or easier to deal with, I should say. And I think he takes into account the requirements of the club, as well as the requirements of his clients, or of course his players. Whereas some agents, I think, just come in and are more interested in their own personal benefit from signing up a player on the highest possible deal, and really don't regard at all the problems a football club has, who at the end of the day have got to pay these players. Is this your first time, Amy? Are you excited? Good. Let's hope you bring us some good luck today.
It's Scally's signature which is wanted the following day, match day. One of the roles of the chairman is to charm special guests and sponsors.
My wife, every time we go driving, spots Eddie's stop-art lorries. She's going to join the club now. It's a game now when we go travelling with the kids. What's your name, darling? Daniel. Daniel.
It's the first game at Priestfield since those 2 away wins at Watford and Bristol City. Another 1,000 on the gate pleases the chairman, but he and the players know they have to start winning at home.
Same again, mate. Enjoy yourself, yeah.
3 minutes, cheerful.
Well, lads. This is good. Enjoy yourself. Same again, mate. Same again. Same again. Good night, mate.
Come on, boys!
Same again, mate. That's on What's that video I talked to 5 this morning? Again?
Right there, guys.
Couldn't get up with it. Watford. Oh, different class.
Come on, hey, come on!
Give him loads. Have a good one, Jordan.
Boys! Come on, boys! Get your money out.
Good one, mate. Enjoy yourself out here tonight.
And 4 days later, another 3 points. Despite the turnaround in fortunes, football is quickly forgotten in this quiet corner of Kent, but their third home game in 10 days almost doesn't happen. Oldham arrive at Priestfield with just minutes to spare.
Horrendous preparation tonight, I can't begin to tell you. We've been on the bus 7 hours and had nothing to eat, but sometimes that pays off for you.
This is what you call quickness. This is no mucking about. Straight in, strapped and straight out. 5 minutes, straight on the park. Done. Preparation, unbelievable. Lovely win too. How much is that? That's going to be a fine. Hey, that's the only t-shirt he's got, that. How much is that, Gardo? Tenner. 20 quid. 20 quid fine. Unlucky that, mate. What are you laughing at, Vauxhall? National TV coverage. Right. 7:10, lads. 5 minutes, eh? 5 minutes, lads. I want you all out, quick as you can.
Well done, Smudge. Well done, son. Terrific again. Well done. Ash. Come on. Well done. Well done, guys. I know. Well done, Aid. Just have a sit down, just 2 minutes. Just have a sit down, just 2 minutes, lads. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Fucking road. Hey, it's important. Listen, yes, Steve, just 2 minutes. After Saturday, although we didn't deserve to lose, it's important we won tonight. Terrific result. Let's hope the results are gone for us. Well done, lads. See you Friday! See you Friday! Oh, delighted, yeah. Can't see the glasses, do you? It's a real old battle out there. I mean, it was difficult conditions, and I just think we worked, and that's the sort of bunch they are there. Just the honest, the goodness, proud. You know, I'm proud of them, and they just worked for each other, and I think they just ran, and it's, you know, it's difficult for both sides, but you see what they're like. I mean, it's different class, really.
They're a strong side. They don't mess about at all, you know. They used to call me a long ball game, but I mean, they got 3 big lads and they whack it up front. But if they press down, they'll probably say they play football. But I think that Tony's done a great job, and the chairman. They've pumped money in here, left, right, and centre. The ground is a different ground altogether than it was a few years ago. They've got a crowd who were unbelievable. You know, you could tell the tone they had with me. Like, you know, I always get on well down here down here. But the club itself, they've done unbelievable. And the work they've put in. And they'll not be far away, you know, not be far away.
In fact, their incredible run has swept them 16 places into the last playoff spot. The battle for promotion is on. Adi Akinbaye is not the kind of name you forget easily. From Nigeria to Norwich, the man who started out as a sprinter is fast becoming a big noise, and not just in Kent. His goals have alerted the rest of the country to a young man with the maturity beyond his 23 years. A quiet, family man at home. On the pitch, a powerful athlete whose pace causes problems to any defence. But it's off the pitch where he's most creative. Give him a pencil and paper and he's happy.
Mostly I do it when I come back from training. Something for me to do. Or sometimes I take it to my mum's, just relax and do it at my mum's. And then I'll send it off to the school and see what happens from there. But I want to get quality marks on it, so I can fall on something after football, something to do after football. Just do drawing, relaxing, and I like to take up a little bit of painting as well. And I like to play saxophone as well. I love it, but I ain't got a saxophone. I mean, Matty, mum's at me for not doing things like, you know, Matt Bryan. Mum's at me for not doing things like fishing, golf. I just can't do it. I think this. Golf is boring. I mean, you just have to whack the ball and walk up miles. After I can't see myself doing that. And fishing, you just do fishing. You sit there for ages, catch a fish, and you put it back in. I don't see the point doing that. But to other people, it's relaxing. I mean, to other people might think art is boring, but I enjoy it. So people got different things. You get some people who are big time. I can't really say any names. Like, I mean, just love talking about football all the time. I'm footballer this, I'm footballer that. I'm this, I can do this, I can do that. But to that don't appeal to me at all. Does not appeal to me one bit. I mean, I can go and play for a big club. It doesn't mean nothing to me. I mean, I think everyone knows what we're in it for. You're in football for money. You're in football to enjoy it. So I'm in football because I enjoy it. I mean, when I was playing, I could have easily stayed at Norwich and say, yeah, I'm in good money, I could stay there, but it's not. That wasn't the case at all. It was a case of me, because I enjoy football, I could take a step lower. I could even take a step lower than this just to play football because I enjoy it. Money is not the matter to me at all.
Everything seems to be falling into place, but bad news is on the way. Guy Butters, the club's key defender, has broken his left leg. The former Tottenham centre-half will not play again this season, a massive blow to the promotion hopes.
When I first done it, I didn't think it was as bad as what it was. I was hoping that it was going to be sort of the smaller bone in my leg, but as soon as I saw the physio's face when he looked at the X-ray, I knew something was up, you know. And but you know, these things happen, don't they? And you can't really do too much about it now. It's happened, and now just got to get on with it. I don't even know what I'm going to be like next week. You know, I'll probably be totally pissed off with this plaster by then, and I'll have all the itches coming through and everything what I can't reach. But you know, I'm pretty. You know, I've had people around me haven't let me get my head down at all. I've had my girlfriend keep moaning at me all the time. You know, it keeps me on my toes and that. And what with the 2 kids around, you know, I'm kept busy and that. So I don't think I've really thought about it to a great extent, apart from the fact that, you know, I'm going to get out of it, get better, and get back as soon as I can.
It's just that you know, it's just been such a great season, and for him to have to stand on the touchline now and watch it, you know, it's going to be killing for everybody. He'll still be there cheering them on. We'll be there. We won't lose the feeling. We just wanted him to be part of it right to the wire, which he would have been.
I tried getting up and down the stairs the other day to go to the toilet, and I was knackered because it's obviously different muscles that I'm using, so I'm not used to it, and I was knackered, like, you know, only just going up and down the stairs. So God knows what I'm going to be like if I can, you know, go shopping or something. I was talking to, you know, Mark O'Connor.
Yeah.
He went for a similar injury. He's had to give up football now for it, but I think his one was he had a few more breaks in his leg than what I did, and he was saying that when he had it done, he got in contact with his doctor, and the doctor said that he could get a wheelchair out of it. I think you phone up something like the Red Cross or St John's Ambulance, and for a little donation, they give you a wheelchair, you know, with the leg bit that sticks out, so you can put your leg on it. So I was thinking of maybe doing that, you know, and getting everyone wheel me round, get me out and about, you know, wheel me up the pub at 11 o'clock in the morning and pick me up at night. Just leave me there, I'll be all right.
Guy's injury has had a major impact back at the club. A replacement needs to be signed in time for tomorrow's game, and quickly.
Hello? Yes. No. He apparently has done it. Ian Moat told me it's already there, just a fax over. I don't know. I asked him that this morning and he said the player's here. That's all he kept telling me, the player's here. Well, according to him, yes. But I don't know whether he's been telling me the truth.
As well as losing Butters, the club have also agreed to sell striker Ify Anura to Swindon for a deal in excess of £100,000. Anura was the fans' favourite after scoring 24 goals last season. He and Butters need to be replaced for tomorrow's game by the midday deadline. Slight problem, there's only 1 minute left.
Hiya, Ian. Pardon? You've heard nothing from your chairman?
Yeah.
I think your chairman's spoken to our chairman anyway. But what my chairman has asked me now is, has the player signed the paperwork?
All right, Mike, cheers. Give me 5 minutes. Cheers.
Ian. Has the player signed the paperwork? Ian. Has he? Has he signed it? I want to know if he signed the temporary transfer.
Really?
That's all.
She's on the other line to Notts County Airport. Should just ask him now. I don't know if she's got an answer yet.
All I want to know, Ian, is if he signed it. I mean, you still have it there. We don't have it here. But has he signed it? Because it's going to save us time once I know.
Paul said he either has or he hasn't been.
He either has or he hasn't, Ian. And the player's signed it. The player's there and he's waiting.
The player's there and he's waiting. We've got less than a minute, Gwen.
But has the chairman not spoken to you yet, then? His chairman's not told him to do the paperwork. To do.
So you've not done the paperwork, Gwen?
The paperwork is written up. The player's there. That's what you're telling me, isn't it? The paper. You've done the paperwork. The player's there.
Tell him to fax it straight to the league.
Can you fax it straight to the league? Oh, it's coming out now. So you'll have our chairman speaking to you now, Ian. Ian, don't go.
God's sake, please take it away. Hello, it's Paul Scally, the chairman here. Yeah, I can't believe that the player's there and you haven't sent it across to the league, to be honest. The chairman said he'd get the player back. We've agreed the deal that he still comes in on loan and that he's still obliged or able to go and talk to Bournemouth on Monday. Okay? Well, yeah, well, you better fax it over now to the league straight away, and then if your chairman tells you otherwise, just nothing happens, you know? Because it's now 3 minutes past 12, and it may well be the league won't even accept it now. Well, don't waste any more time. Fax it straight to the league, because otherwise the league will refuse to accept it. So don't even talk. Just fax it straight away, will you? Thanks. Bye. Can't believe these people.
He's back in nerves, isn't he?
Well, they don't know what they're doing. They know it's got to be 12 o'clock, and it's now 3 minutes past 12. Oh, Friday the 13th. The deal was on, and then it was off, then it was on, and then it was off, and then it was back on again. And at 2 minutes to 12, the document should have gone across to the league from Notts County, and whether intentionally or otherwise, they didn't do it at 2 minutes to 12, and they did it at 2 minutes past 12. And 2 minutes past 12 is just as useless as 12 minutes past 2, frankly. The Football League accepts it up to midday, and midday is midday. And we're frustrated, disappointed, pretty angry, and I feel sorry for Tony. I've just been able to chat to him. I mean, he knows I've tried the best I could. But that's the way football goes sometimes. I mean, the supporters will see it, that we didn't sign a player. They won't see anything like the frantic energy and efforts that were made all morning today, from 7 o'clock this morning, in fact, and all last evening.
I've said to Paul now 2 weeks ago that I think that we should be looking to bring 1 or 2 players in to strengthen our opportunities and our chances to get into the playoffs. Now we're losing Iffy. You know, it's very, very important that we bring 1 or 2 in just to liven up the dressing room. We've lost Guy through his injury, and Guy was a stalwart in the team and is a type of person that you would hate to lose. We've lost him. We're hoping that we'll get by with 1 or 2 others who have not been as regular as Guy. But when you lose someone like Iffy who can score a goal out of nothing, then it's a massive blow for myself and the team.
Right, OK. I think Derek Pavis has avoided me. Not surprised after this morning's episode. OK, I'll phone him this evening when he's not expecting me to phone him, about 2 in the morning. Thanks.
There's 10 games to go. We've got as good a chance as anybody else, or we did have, but we've lost 2 very important players.
For Guy Butters, this is usually his favourite part of the week. But for the next 6 months at least, Saturday lunchtimes will be a painful experience.
What do you want me to do? One this forward? This one. Oh, you're going to stretch that one? Yeah. Okay.
This is the first serious injury of a career which started at Tottenham and then Portsmouth before Gillingham paid £225,000 for his services in October 1996. But this was the season he established himself as one of the strongest defenders in the second division. Now all the plans have gone out of the window.
You're going to lay up against that far door, are you? Yeah. Right, hang on. I'll make a useless ambulance driver.
So come on, you Jules.
A test of character lies ahead for Guy and the team.
Yeah, Guy's been terrific ever since we signed him. We paid a lot of money from Portsmouth, or this club, what this club has paid before, but he's been ever so consistent. And not just off the pitch, he's been terrific as well. He'd be one of the
the last I'd want it to happen to, but that's the way football goes. Well, delighted all the results have gone for us today. I can't believe Millwall beat Fulham and Bristol Rovers have lost and York have lost and Oldham have lost and Watford have only drawn, and so as you can hear, the boys are pretty happy in there. They worked for it today. I thought it was a difficult game, a very strong side at the back, Chesterfield, but you know, over 90 minutes Jim didn't have a save, so we just, you know, it was lovely to see Jimmy Corbett come on and score such a great goal, and main thing is 3 points.
Footballers might well lead a charmed life, but Sunday is the only full day they get to spend with their family. Club captain Andy Hessenthaler is one of the few players who lives in the area. He was born and brought up in Kent, and when Gillingham offered to make him their record signing 2 years ago, he couldn't resist a move back home. At the time, he was playing First Division football with Watford. Stepping down a division when you're the wrong side of 30 is a bold decision, but he took it for family reasons.
Play football. Play football and don't make that funny noise. It hurts people's ears as well. Hurts mine.
They offered me a new contract, but I just felt it was only like a 2-year contract, and you know, I was looking for a little bit more security at the time, and also I needed a change. So I just there was a few clubs that came in for me. Southend, I spoke to them, Swindon, and Gillingham. Get your pool table, mate. And I spoke to obviously both clubs. Southend was the first club, and then Gillingham. And obviously being a hometown, you know, and the ambition of the club, I really felt it was a good move for me.
He does like to cheat a bit.
He's a bit of a cheater, like his mum. His mum cheats as well.
Life after football is not something most players like talking about. Andy still has a good couple of years left in him, but with 2 young children to look after, it's got to be given some thought.
I really like it. What frightens me is what's going to happen when it comes to the end. I'm more that it's almost as though you know you're going to be made redundant, sort of at 35, but you know it's coming, so you've got to find something else you're going to do. And the lifestyle is very good now. He's at home a lot. It's brilliant for the children, but when that comes to an end, it's what you've got to do to
keep up that life.
Yeah, that frightens me really.
Oh, well,
so even though you're a Division 1, Division 2 player, it doesn't financially secure you for the rest of your life?
No.
No, not really. Unless you've been lucky with clubs where you've moved around quite a bit, because I think you know, there's a lot of players that you know, they go to clubs. You know, they sign, they play a few matches, and then obviously there might be a new manager come in and he doesn't like you, so you got to go on. So you get the club pay you up, and you go to another club. So that's how a lot of players make their money. But you know, I think if you're going to if you're going to be financially secure in football, I think you've got to be up in the top league, you know, in that Premier League, you know. So, but
I mean, you can make things a lot. We're trying to make things a lot easier for ourselves by putting a lot of things away, so that we've got the nice house and everything, and we can maintain that. But that frightens me. Andy doesn't like to think about it, but I'm always on him at the moment because he's getting older now. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And because I'll have to go back to work. I don't have to work at the moment, but I will do. I know that. So that frightens me a lot, and the older he gets, the more I think about that, really. When he was in parents' money at Watford and he'd have an injury, I'd say, you've got to go back and play.
You're so lucky.
So funny.
You're so lucky, you are.
Oh, so funny. Yeah.
You're so lucky.
Even on his day off, there's no escape. As well as being a budding snooker player, little Jake is showing signs that he has the potential to follow his dad into football.
I love it. Yeah, that's something I love him to do. But obviously, if he wants to do something else, then we won't stand in his way. But if he becomes a professional footballer, that'd be a dream for me and the family, you know. So yeah, we just have to wait and see, really. He's just enjoying it at the moment more than anything. Boy, shoot! Good effort. Good goal. Good goal, mate. Good goal. It's a good strike. Good strike. He just lives and dies. That's what he does. Sleeps, eats, and loves football. Good goal, mate. Good goal.
Another day off, another kid, another football. It seems all footballers spend Sundays the same way.
Yeah? Get off daddy.
But today Adi Akinbaye only has time for a quick kickabout with his son Jermaine.
Towards there, yeah, come here.
A trip to London to meet your agent seems like hassle you could do without on a Sunday. But this is an important engagement. Top of the agenda, Adi's future. His agent, Andy Mills, has been a busy man in recent weeks, with Aston Villa and other big clubs knocking on the door.
I think somebody else will come in, a club will probably come in. I think there'll be a few clubs that do discuss it with the chairman, Mr Scally, and I think then it's for Paul Scally to decide which way Gillingham's headed, whether they're going to do the same again, because obviously they bought Addy for 250,000. I think without a doubt now you'd be talking about over £1 million, which is quite a return. Now if they wanted to sell Addy and bring in somebody else and trust Tony Pulis's skills of looking at players again and turning another 250,000 into £1 million, then I think as a chairman I'd be quite happy.
I was watching Ian Wright. I mean, I got a few tapes of him. I was thinking, why can't I do things he'd do? I mean, I would love to achieve half of the things he's achieved. I mean, he's aggressive and everything on the field, but off the field he's soft, speaks to you like normal. But yeah, there's no way I'd turn down a club like Arsenal if they come in for me. No way. Even if I had to stay in the reserve, fight my way to get in the first team. Yeah, I would love to play for them.
He said if you couldn't get out of bed early enough,
Phil.
Yeah.
He's got his hair.
We're all steamed up, Hedge.
It's sunrise on Saturday morning and a 700-mile round trip lies in store. Dedicated will be the kindest way of describing these Gillingham fans. They're the hardcore supporters whose allegiance knows no bounds, for better or for worse.
They look very nice while you're on.
The sort of people who are on board today are exactly what the club is all about. The people who will go week in, week out. Maybe we are mad, but we all actually enjoy it. And I think that clubs really revolve around those people more than high-powered executives or big money, but around ordinary supporters who really keep the club going and will be here next year and the year after, in 20 years' time, long after maybe other people have disappeared.
It's a day away from the wife, isn't it?
It's often the fans who give you the inside story on a football club. Gillingham seem to be in good hands, but although the chairman talks a good game, he's not convincing everyone.
I think he's here for the money. Yeah. You read the papers now, he's setting it all up for the end of the season. End of the season, he's saying about the gates. Well, I saw him the other day, but gates are wrong, Count's wrong. You look at the gate for the Northampton game, 6-2. Guys having a laugh. There was at least 8,000 down there against Northampton.
Really?
Yeah, he's having a laugh.
Overall, I'm pretty pleased with what Paul's done. I mean, this club was dying, and he needed someone to come in and turn it around, and he has come in and he has really turned it around. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be doing this today. And we've had 3 fantastic years under him and Tony Pulis, and long may it continue.
Scally may have his critics, but no one's arguing over his choice of manager. Tony Pulis is a popular man.
Absolutely, yes.
I think he must be the best manager we've had.
Yes, and I think he's the best manager in Division 2, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, he can bring in players which you kind of think, oh, and then afterwards they turn out really brilliant,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I mean, like Butter's a good player, Ashby, and he had faith with Butler, who's turned out to be a really...
I mean, when Paul Smith first came, I thought, oh dear, you know, but he's turned out a brilliant buy.
Trouble if Scally don't stick his hand in his pocket, Pulis will leave. That's why he's moaning about the gates, because it gives him his out card.
We're slagging you off here.
I find this year to be a very good year for a town with the name of Gillingham. I get 3 points to be awarded to them, but this is only the start of something good, because I predict promotion to the next league for them.
When Gillingham play away, Priestfield becomes Brighton's home. The demolition of the Goldstone ground was the lowest point in the Seagulls' history. Their fall from grace saddened the football world and prompted Paul Scally to offer temporary accommodation.
Get us back to Brighton home where we belong. Bring home the LBO. I'm not singing on national telly. With the petitions.
With the petitions, please. If you can take some blanks for work score at home, that would be great as well, please. Thank you. Brilliant, thank you very much. Do you need some more, matey? You're right.
They might have found a friend in Gillingham, but the fans want their football club back in Sussex.
A bit quiet at the moment. Just getting everything ready, making sure we were ready prepped up for the mad rush that will honestly occur. No, it will.
It's a few minutes to kick off. The empty spaces tell their own story, how things have changed since the glory days at the Goldstone.
It's nothing like the Goldstone, especially the North Stand. I mean, great, especially last season, the last season at the Goldstone. We do our best, but it's hard because it's not our ground, It's not our home end, it's not our town, so what can you do? We do the best. It's sort of like an away game, but at an away game you make more noise, because you're not in your hometown. But this should be like an away game, but it's not. It's quite weird, really. I can't really describe it.
36,000 fans once crammed into the Goldstone ground. This season's average at Gillingham is barely 2,500. Brian Horden was once a hero on the pitch. Now he's the manager.
There's no comparison. I made a comment today as the game was going on, and our supporters, which they are, they're very noisy. And when we give them something to shout about today, which we did, by scoring some goals and having shots and crosses, they're tremendous. We took nearly 500 to Cardiff last week, and if that had been at the Goldstone today, I'm sure it would have been 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 people. And it's a tragedy, but, unfortunately it's not there anymore. I think it's difficult for the players, having to get in the cars and drive almost an hour and a half, 75 miles for a home game. Also for the supporters. I mean, the supporters are magnificent. And the numbers are down today. I mean, it's an horrible day to come and watch football in wind and rain. And it's hard. It must be hard to motivate, but what I keep saying to them, whilst they are playing here, it's only 11 v 11 and it's a pitch, but having said that, it is hard to motivate when it's not your home ground.
It's like 46 away games. It's okay on expenses, that's about all.
Meanwhile, back in Blackpool, another away defeat. The fans are starting to lose patience. The promotion push has been built on home form, but the away record threatens to undermine it. Gillingham's loyal supporters face 6 hours of motorway. They feel let down by players earning more in a week than most fans take home in a month.
That wasn't worth 200 quid a week, what we saw out there today. And you've got players on the downside more than I earn in a fortnight. All we ask them is an hour and a half. We work hard, we spend all our money going to support them, and they turn up crap like that for 3 games running. They want to have a look at the games. They want to get a video, sit and watch how rubbish they were and what we have to put up with. No, if they can't take the professionals, then they go, don't they? We pay their wages after all. Supporters Club pays for them to go away on a Friday, stay in hotels so they're there all fit and refreshed, and what do we get? That! Nah, drive you mad. And somebody says to me it's only a game. Ah! It's not. I know what the Sunderland guy was on about. It's not just a game. It's what you believe in. It's your football club. It's what you believe in. It is not just a game. I'm sorry, it's not. I'm going to go to work on Monday and I'm going to get nothing but shit because we lost a rubbish like Blackpool. And that's the third Monday running I've had to take crap because we've lost. Perhaps Mr. Bloody Hackenby would like to do my job for a day. Then he can take the shit. He plays enough of it.
Tyler is a turning, Tyler is a turning.
The passing Watford team coach lifts the spirits of the fans. It's hard to enjoy the long journey home, but these creatures of habit have regular haunts to look forward to that help ease the pain of defeat.
What I like to say, I like to thank the fans. They've been my regular customers for years, and I'm always doing my best to keep them happy. Are you happy with my... Thank you very much.
John, what's going on?
It's been a long, long day.
And another 3 points bite the dust.
Since Mohammed Al Fayed took control at Fulham, London's poor relations have taken on a more glamorous demeanour. Kevin Keegan surprised everyone by becoming football overlord at Craven Cottage. Ray Wilkins joined as manager, and the world of big wages and £1 million signings soon followed. A 5-year plan to reach the Premiership was in place, promotion in their first season a possibility, but despite the gulf in finances, only 3 points separated the sides. No doubt about it, this is both teams' biggest game of the season so far. The excitement of the fans is heightened by the presence of 2 former England captains and the 2 most recognisable faces in the second division. Gillingham almost seems a strange stage for such big names, but reputations count for nothing at this level.
They work very hard, they're very well organised. Tony Pulis always has his sides very well organised, and Leo Fortune West is up front for him today with Akinbaye, so it would suggest that it's going to be a combative game, and so long as our lads are up for it, I think it'll be a good game.
Well, it's a tough game down here, we know that. We played at Craven Cottage, we ended up winning 3-1, but that score flattered us a bit. And there's a, you know, we're pretty close to each other as clubs. We get on very well, we see each other around. But, you know, today for 90 minutes, we're the best of enemies. And we'll meet for alibis next week at one of the league meetings or something. But he's doing a great job at this club, and just listen to the atmosphere here. I mean, it's wonderful. Lovely little stadium. Yeah, good luck to him, but not today.
Thanks very much. Thanks, Chris. Don't forget to get the shirt and tie on.
This is what all the chairmen are wearing now.
All this inherits.
2 goals from Adi Akinbaye give Gillingham 3 points, and they leapfrog Fulham in their drive towards the playoffs.
Very delighted. It's always going to be a hard game. We're just putting the chances away. We had a few chances, and I managed to stock at least 2 away out of about 4 chances.
Those celebrations. Just how pleased were you?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Very excited.
Well done.
Cheers,
Terrific.
Cheers.
Scally can afford a smile at last. A difficult week for the football club seems to have finished on a positive note.
It was a terrific performance, missed a lot of chances. Just told the lads if they're going to score the second goal, can they score it a bit earlier than what they did.
Have a look at your markings round the corner. Have a look who you've got, what you're doing off set pieces against. They've made 5 changes, lads, and I ain't sure who's going to go in the box. Apart from Smudger, I think Gills has got near post space. What have you got? Nicky's got the far post, the rest are going to have to pick up. Matty, you're going to have to find someone and pick someone up.
The match at Walsall goes ahead just 3 days later. It's a difficult game for the players in emotional circumstances. It's a tough time for the fans too. Gillingham's true supporters feel only sympathy and sadness.
Won't go away completely because it'll never be forgotten. It'll always be in the back of your mind. but you've got to drop it for a while, because everywhere we go, now we go to Grimsby, it'll be police all over the place. Police uses at the walls. It's unbelievable. It's just not what Gillingham are like.
A testing night for the players and fans does not have a happy ending. The team haven't done well on their travels this season, but after the events of the last week, the players seem happy to leave Priestfield behind. It's their second away trip in 5 days.
The lad should have wrapped it up from a couple of yards, you know, he missed what would be called a sitter. But having said that, their goalkeeper made a magnificent save from Darryl Clare, and we went close on another couple of occasions. But I think the way the game went, it wasn't a spectacle, and a draw is probably a fair result anyway.
It's a useful point for Tony Pulis and the club. In part 2, he goes back to Grimsby on a spying mission. Football management is a precarious job. The pressure is unrelenting. Promotion is close now for Tony Pulis, so a spying mission to watch Saturday's opponents is important business.
You could do a trip like this twice a week. If you thought it was going to be worthwhile, then you would do it. I wouldn't do it if there was nothing at the end of it. The game tonight is important for us for Saturday. It's an opportunity for us, for Lindsay and myself, to go and watch Luton, who we play Saturday, so we can get a good picture of the shape, the pattern, and their players. And then we've given the lads the day off today, and we'll start training and work towards Saturday's game as from tomorrow. We do a lot of shape, a lot of pattern. We try and prepare the players the best we possibly can. And then, fingers crossed, as soon as 3 o'clock comes Saturday afternoon, you hope and pray that things will go for you.
Another long drive to Grimsby could be avoided, but Pulis places great importance on preparation. It's other aspects of the job he's not so keen on.
I enjoy my coaching, I enjoy being out on the training ground. I don't enjoy the office work that much. And they'll soon find you out. If you're not good at your coaching, if you're asking them to do things that they're not capable of doing, they'll soon find you out. I think the important thing is to find out the level of the players you're working with, find out their characters, their temperament, and try and get the best out of them you possibly can, both on and off the pitch. Again, I rely on Lindsay and I rely on Wayne. Wayne works in the treatment room, and any football club, any professional football club will tell you that if players have got any problems or grievances, the physio's really their ear, and they'll speak to him. And usually, if Wayne feels it's necessary, he'll tell me. He doesn't tell me everything, but if he feels it's important to tell me, then he'll certainly do that.
Wayne Jones is the club's physio. He's having a busy week.
Hey. Just put your finger right on where.
The injury list is getting longer, but Pulis needs all his players fit for the run-in. The physio and the manager need a good understanding.
Okay, just relax, boy. He is the hardest manager I've ever worked for, But being Welsh, I love him to death. No, he never pressurizes. We always talk and we always have a chat, either prior to a match or even before training every day. And he'll ask me what's the situation, as he has today. And I'll say the ones that can't play or the ones that shouldn't train, etc. And then he goes against me and trains them. But no, he doesn't. He listens, and obviously he's a pro and he wants them fit for Saturday. So he's very good in that respect. The 11 that will start, whatever 11 player will start, Tony, I'm almost sure that probably 5 or 6 of them will be carrying injuries. And it's just keeping your fingers crossed, wrapping them up in cotton wool before the game and afterwards, and just going from one game to the next. And I think with a small squad, you've got to do that. And it's nice that you get 1 or 2 players that can play in different positions as well, so you're not really tied down to specific, positions. But we'll manage. Whatever happened on Saturday, we'll have 11 players out there anyway, whether they fit or not.
Tony Pulis and his number 2, Lindsay Parsons, are paying their second visit to Grimsby in a week. but it's Luton, Gillingham's next opponents, who they're concentrating on. Tony Pulis sees Luton pull off a shock 1-0 win. He now knows the size of the task Gillingham face.
It's going to be a difficult game for a Saturday. They've played ever so well and it looks as though they're going to be what I consider to be one of the better teams in the league.
Anyone in particular who you picked out tonight?
Nah, they're generally strong. They've got good experience, good movement. The keeper's played well tonight for them, but Oldfield works hard, has got good experience, and they're experienced at the back, and they'll be very difficult to break down.
Any plans for the team on Saturday?
Yeah. But I'll keep them to myself.
The victory leaves Gillingham in the last playoff place as the season reaches its final stage. At the start of the season, 17-year-old Jimmy Corbett was training with the youth team, but when injuries depleted the already small first-team squad, he was given a go. The goals came straight away. The fresh face and slight frame hid a footballing maturity. Corbett will carry a heavy responsibility over the crucial closing weeks of the season. It's quite a burden on such young shoulders.
The programme seller. I used to do that the season before I got taken on YTS. So I used to, well, it weren't every game, but I come to a fair few when I was doing that. At the time, I think I just come to Gillingham. Sometimes I had training before, on weekday nights I had training and come down here. It'd be funny, it seems strange, seeing programmes, but I just never thought I'd be playing there.
Corbett has the best chance of the match, but Gillingham have to settle for a point against the division's bottom side.
Unfortunately, I think that the club have received some letters. I mean, obviously, how genuine they are is not clear. You know, obviously, no one's going to put their name to them. So, obviously, quite rightly, the police and the football club have got to take those very seriously. Quite rightly, there's extra police presence at matches we've played recently, quite understandably so. Obviously, from our point of view, it's a bit worrying because, obviously, no one wants to be associated with that sort of thing. But hopefully, it's business as usual. You know, we've put a lot of supporters here to Southend today. They've hopefully had a reasonably enjoyable day out. We didn't quite get the 3 points, but it may prove that point will be very useful coming into the season. And hopefully, you know, we'll rise above that sort of death threat or scenario, and hopefully enjoy the games we've got left. Maybe as far as the Wembley itself, who knows?
It's Gillingham's biggest game of the season so far. Manager Tony Pulis needs to get the preparation just right for the visit of promotion rivals Wrexham.
What's his left foot like, Mike?
He's all right.
Yeah.
If you
give him the chance.
If you give him a dig, he'd still come back.
Yeah.
He's not backing away from it.
Yeah.
Could get.
You give him a fucking proper dig. Everybody, a good start. First header, first tackle, first pass, make it a fucking good one, lads, and then you start yourself off then. And your fucking first tackle. Let's not fucking forget that.
For 27 years, 28 years. Hi, Paul. Can I introduce you? No, I haven't. Yeah, I spoke for Yeah, how are you? This is Barry. Oh, sorry. You know, he's been a supporter for 27 years, and his son's insurance for Lloyd's, you know, so... Oh, right. Well, right. Hello, Ro. You're right, mate.
I'm a permanent fixture.
You know Roland, don't you?
Fucking look forward to it. Fucking get out there, fucking roll your sleeves up and start fucking working. Right from the first fucking whistle. Any fucking tackles, blue shirts. And then when we get it, fucking pass it. Don't pass back, don't pass square when you can fucking go on and do something with it. Gals, any space, run it in, S. Don't get turning out, run it into space. Nicky, same with you, mate. If you get past it, Nick, run it all the way. But get hold of it. More than fucking 2 touches, Steve. More than 2 touches. Come on, as soon as we lose it, shape. Yes, give him a shout all the time. Aiden, as soon as we lose it, shape. Shape all the time. Fucking shape all the time.
Mum's here. It's been looking for you actually next to Joe. Thanks, Eric. I better say hello to Mum, otherwise I get told off. Trying to say the rosary today. Cheers, Eric. It's bought a new rosary. Have you heard? Could you make Mum? Yeah, it's got a new rosary. It's got more beads on it. The last 3 days. Excuse me, I've just popped through. Hi, Mum.
They're going to score against us if they're going to do anything against us, lads. Let's fucking make them work for it. It's got to be a fucking good goal if they score it. Not one that we give them. Make them play fucking back, make them play fucking square. Get your shape all the time then.
There's such a lot of tension on it at the moment, and all to do now in the second half, but I think we're a better second half team anyway, so just got to work it out. I'm sure Tony will say a few words to them at half time. Yeah.
Just fucking off it in wide positions at times. We just fucking off it a little bit. Gals, the 8's fucking taking the piss at times, mate.
I'm going to have to fall back though.
Hey?
He stays still.
Yeah, well, we shuffle across then. So okay, no problem. Where's Stevie Butler? Steve, you pick the 11 who's sitting out. You pick him out and we shuffle across quicker. Right? As soon as it happens, we're smudge up. You go and pick fucking 8 up, because what's happening is he's going out to the full-back and the 8's fucking tucking in. But the last fucking couple of minutes, there's a throw-in and you're to fucking blame as well as that. And you fucking, he's not marking no one. They're throwing it over his head into the lad's fucking feet. Get the there, so we can't fucking throw it then. And that's what we've been like, we've been loose. We're fucking loose, little parts are loose. Smudge, fucking magnificent in there. Keep it fucking going, well done, Ad. But you've got to work the full, the right back is getting out all the time. And like the fucking one of you has got to get out to him. Otherwise he's their spare man all the fucking time. He's the fucking spare man all the time. But it's there if you want it. You've got to keep your shape and keep fucking tight. Keep your shape and don't take fucking chances at the back because they're nice and bright. Hey?
We're still winning team,
Yeah, we just needed a fucking break, didn't we? Just needed a break in front of the fucking goal. It was Mel Best, I think. There was one or two fucking a little bit off it. But you work your bollocks off. Work your bollocks off. We just needed that little fucking break. Matt, I'm shouting at you, because a couple of times, again, you're best when you're doing the first thing. When you think of doing something else, mate, that's when I think you've caused yourself problems. You're best when you're stepping onto things and doing things nice and simple. That one that you've actually left, if Essie hadn't fucking been there, the kid would have got in. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's not an area where you've got to fucking take chances. We'll see you Monday at 1 o'clock, lads.
Bristol Rovers and Northampton. Rovers won at home to Luton, while Northampton won at Plymouth, and both sides have now moved into the top 6 above Gillingham and Wrexham, who played out a 1-1 draw today.
Boarding the coach for the last time this season.
It's 8:30. Come on, let's go.
The draw with Wrexham has left Gillingham needing 2 wins from their last 2 games. They're expected to beat Wigan at home on the final day, but first they have to take 3 points from their trip to Plymouth. If they don't, the promotion dream is over.
Good, fellas. Jack's to beat. Whee! Ah!
Let ourselves down, probably away from home, but hopefully we can get it right on Saturday against Plymouth. You know, it's a big game for us, big game for the club supporters. You know, we've got a lot of support going down there, so hopefully we can turn it around. You know, who knows what's going to happen on Saturday with the results as well. We just got to be focused on going out there and getting 3 points. I'm sure we will.
The team arrive in Plymouth the day before the game. If the players are feeling the strain, they're not showing it.
Mr. Statham.
Yeah.
3-3-1.
3-3-1. Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers.
Let's go in. Have you got the key?
No.
You have the 5, man?
I have. You know I got the keys, man.
Oh, Peggy. Relax.
Nicky.
Oh, Nick.
What? It's not even my room. Yeah, look, that was it. That was it.
okay with that.
What you done? Yeah! That's not us, is it?
I used to room with Nick until we had a few pranks on each other, and I'd used to go with Iffy, but then Iffy of course left, so me and Addy started rooming together.
So have you two been split up then?
Yeah, the gaffer don't want us two together.
It's alright. I've always been contracting me. For some reason. That's when
What's the reason though?
That's when I was at Hartlepool because I used to do silly things. He knows.
Yeah, there's a couple what.
I can't tell.
But to be honest, I got called it when I came here, and thankfully to Nicky, I've.
But he's thicker than me.
Don't be silly.
Honestly, he is. He's thicker than me.
Some of the things he's done.
I haven't done anything. Don't you dare tell
He was at Hartlepool, right? I've sat in the room with him sometime, and it's been 12 o'clock at night, and he's turned around and says, I can't get sleep tonight. And I've turned over in my bed, I says, you what? What do you mean you can't get sleep tonight? He says, have you had that feeling? I said, what feeling? He says, I'm going to score 2 goals tomorrow. I've got all butterflies. He says, I just can't sleep.
How dare you?
So I said, I'll forget it. I said, I'll forget it, should I go sleep? And then, other away games we've been away, and he says, come on Trig, tell me the truth, why do they call you Trigger at other clubs? And you've come here and all your gear's like got writing on it, Trigger, 1 Trigger, and all this. He says, I was at Hartlepool, my first club, and you know, I passed my test and got a car. He says, and my wheel trim got nicked twice. He said, and the 3rd time I thought, I've paid 25 quid a set. He says, so I'm not gonna have them nicked again. So he did the thing, what did he do? Went and glued his wheel trims on. Going down to Hartlepool training ground or whatever, got a puncher, pulls on the odd shore, and of course he couldn't get his wheel trims. Phones the air up, and it cost him 100 quid to get the friggin' air out and take his wheel off and get his puncher fixed. So that's why it's called Trigger. But I suppose if it weren't for stories like that, we wouldn't have a laugh on it, would we?
What, 42? Hank Marvin. Hey, boys.
That is a shirt, by the way. Another one.
Hey, who's that? You.
You want to tell me what that club is?
Hey, come on, son. No spuds allowed.
The players are left to their own devices on away trips. There's a set menu for meals, but that's the only rule. Tony Pulis prefers to let them prepare in their own way.
I just set a mouthful of spaghetti. It's gonna let me chops. Look, I've had my chops off.
It takes a while for the players to work out that the old man hanging around in the hallway is one of their own. Adrian Pennock prides himself on being the club joker.
It's a secret. It could be.
They're decent lads, and generally, you get 1 or 2 jokers in the pack. But usually they realise that we've stayed away for their benefit, not for them to mess about, for them to prepare properly for the game on Saturday. And I think the 2 of us realise that it's important, the preparation. The menu is set out. They got what we think is right for them. So, right from the start, when we first joined the football club, which was 3 years ago, we've set our stall out and said, it'll be soup, salads, pasta, vegetables, and whatever. And they've got a certain time to be in bed. As long as they're in their beds or in their bedrooms, I don't mind. Some of them will stay up till 12 o'clock, 12:30. Others want to have an early night and get up early and have breakfast. Some will lie in till 11 o'clock and have pre-match. But they do quite well, really, Linz, don't they, in that respect?
Yeah, in 3 years, they've been no problems at all. Wherever we've gone, whichever hotel, no problems whatsoever.
There's a strange atmosphere as the team leave for the ground. They know that by 5 o'clock their season could be over.
That woman there, she loves you.
Yeah. We've done terrific to still be in the shake. You know, we're still there. We've still got a terrific chance. And for the football club, for all the injury suspensions, in respect of what we did on deadline day, in respect of actually getting players out and not bringing any in, we've done, and the players have done absolutely magnificent just to keep us in touch.
This is where the most successful season in the history of Gillingham Football Club comes to a head. The maths is simple. It's win or bust. If they can beat struggling Plymouth, a playoff place is just one game away.
Northampton have beaten Fulham 1-0. Rhodes have got beat, Wrexham have drawn. So we go back in it now. We're back in it. Back in it. Back in it. All my marathon stuff. Want to give you in with it? No, I'll take this. No. Yeah, exactly.
Well, 3 points in the bag, and let's
Here
get
we
home.
go. See you later.
Gillingham Airborne. Cheers. I don't like us much there, and they certainly don't like us much there.
Everyone's in good spirits for the journey back to Gillingham. Tony Pulis can afford a smile after a tiring week. At least he can travel home in style, courtesy of Chairman Paul Scally's private plane. He needs to put his feet up. Tomorrow he takes on the marathon.
Paul's done well. He's going to fly us back to Gillingham with his motley crew. And then I'll have a bite to eat at Dave Boniface's place and have an early night, and I've got to get up early in the morning then to do the marathon.
You nervous about it?
Very nervous, but I'll get through it now. You know, it's a terrific result. It would have been very, very difficult if to motivate myself if we really got beaten and not being in the shake-up. But you know, with the results going the way they've gone, you know, that'll hopefully help me through.
After enduring 90 nerve-wracking minutes against Plymouth, Tony now faces a test of a different kind. He and commercial manager Mike Sullivan are running for charity.
I'm just cold.
Just the London Marathon number 14, no, London Marathon number 15, all right, and we've also done another 15 New York as well.
The pressure on Tony Pulis over the next 6 days will be immense. The marathon might just take his mind off football.
You see Tony?
To finish under 4 hours was very good. Like I say, I've never done one before, so I didn't know what time I'd get. I've been a bit fluey as well, and that was a concern. But I got through it, and yeah, I was pleased. I was very, very pleased Sunday afterwards, after it all finished. When you sit back and realise that you have done one, it's an achievement and everything else. So that was nice, but I won't be doing one next year or the year after or the year after. It'll be, again, when I get in my 50s, if I get the urge to really hurt myself again, then I'll pick a marathon to do.
It's the day before the final match against Wigan at Priestfield.
Don't get the other ball, but your touch is always back where the ball comes from. And play. So touch it back in, good little turn. Now go and find the other ball. Drop it off, go and find the other ball.
There's a familiar face around. Iffy Onura was always a popular player before he joined Swindon in March. His unexpected appearance has given the team a big boost on the eve of the match.
Just having him in there has lifted the place. And I've said to him later on this morning that it would be lovely to see him if we did get in the playoffs. Pop in maybe one day next week and train with us.
That's it, yeah. First lap with Bragg.
Fucking hell,
You pay too much for him, Steve.
Where's Mr. Undertown shirt? Fucking kiss that badge. I wish I'd never gone. If he is back, if he is back.
The players are beginning to focus on the most important match in the football club's existence. The game against Wigan is less than 24 hours away.
We shouldn't be in the position that we're in, and they shouldn't be in the position that they're in. You know, they're mid-table going nowhere, and we're in with a shout. With what we got, and what we've had to work with, and the resources that we've had, like I say, it'll just be a remarkable achievement tomorrow.
Gillingham Football Club, good afternoon.
All right.
No, all the seats are sold out for tomorrow's game. We've only got terracing now, and you just need to pay on the day.
We've been inundated with phone calls from people that are still asking for seating area, which we can't oblige. So I think the terraces are going to be pretty packed tomorrow, and we're just recommending that people get here as early as possible. Turnstiles are going to open at 1 o'clock, and we're suggesting that they need to be in the ground by at least 2, because it's just going to be a full house.
The big day has arrived. 2 years ago, these fans packed Priestfield to see their team promoted from the 3rd Division. They didn't expect such progress so soon. Gillingham have never played First Division football. What was once a dream is on the verge of becoming reality. Only Wigan stand in the way of a place in the playoffs.
No, if you swing around that way, they'll join
It's been a long season, many miles, too many miles. Last week was bad enough, this week's even worse.
I'm from Australia and come to watch Gillingham play, so it'll be good.
Did you sleep last night?
I didn't sleep very well. My wife was out at the Gillingham hen night, so God knows what was going on there last night. But I've heard some amazing stories. But no, I did. I slept quite well, but it's a nervy time, obviously, and tensions are high. But just want to get it underway now, really.
Hello, Bethany.
Oh, yeah, she's overwhelmed a bit.
Are we shaking hands? We're going to shake hands, Bethany? No, don't blame you neither. Be wary of strange men. That's your shirt, yeah? Has all the players signed it?
I saw them there, haven't we?
Was you frightened of any of them?
You can get more in to sign it.
They frightened me as well. I was saying to John about the referee, Lynch. Our biggest defeat away from home, Kev. He sends a player off, we write a report about him. The last game of the season, most important game that we get.
We've got him.
We've got him.
We need to get the result today. We need you behind the team. Thanks from myself, thanks from Tony and the players. You've been absolutely brilliant. Thanks for all your support. Let's get behind the boys today, because with all the noise we're going to give them, we're going to win it.
Watford are nationwide Division 2 champions.
The supporters know in their hearts a draw is not enough. The results from elsewhere confirm it.
I came in at half-time and a few of the lads had told me that, you know, the results, and at the time the results were okay, they were fine, but you can't rely on other people to do you favours in this game. You've got to do it yourself, and it would have been smashing if Brentford had done well at Rovers, and Southend might have helped us out, but at the end of the day we had to beat Wigan. The one that's come off the post late on, you know, you need that to go in, Jeff, and if that goes in, that's a terrific achievement.
Gillingham came so close. In the end, they had enough points, but not enough goals. The team that no one fancied almost upset the odds. The club need to move forward off the pitch if they're to build on the progress made last season.
Right, okay.
Chairman Paul Scally is wasting no time, but he knows it won't be easy. While the big clubs are getting bigger, the likes of Gillingham will always face a struggle to survive.
I have to say that it's been the most difficult season for me out of 3 seasons off the field, and I've battled continuously with our cash flow, and I found it very difficult at times this season. I found it quite, I've been quite isolated as a chairman, where I felt that because of the pressures I've been under, I haven't necessarily given the team and the manager the support that I've given him in previous years. And that's something I need to get right, because I feel it as much as probably they feel it. And that was difficult for me, and it's something I don't intend to let happen again this season.
Who's next after you?
Around the corner, matters on the pitch are being decided. The players are waiting to find out which of them has a future.
There's one. I won't see no more, but it was alright.
I think there probably will be 1 or 2 players leaving. I think there's a possibility Addy may be going, and there's a possibility that Jimmy could be going, because we've had one particular offer for both players from different clubs that are very good value, very good offers for the club, and insofar as the players are concerned, it will further and better their careers enormously.
For those players that have been rewarded with new contracts, it's time to raid the chairman's drinks cabinet.
At a club like Gillingham, you've got a wheel and deal. You know, I've got to take on board that the football club is in a position where we can't keep all of our best players. We're not top First Division or Premier League. So there's got to be some wheeling and dealing, and everybody has its price. You know, for us to buy Addy 10 months ago for 250,000 and now to sell him for, you know, we've received, or we are going to receive, 1.2 million for Ad, and more money if he plays games in international, gets an international cap and goals. So for us to get that is a terrific deal for the football club. Jimmy was a bonus. Jimmy only really came on board after Christmas and has excelled, and the more we played him, the better he got. And it was no surprise that the big clubs would come and get Jimmy, because they are out there looking for young talent.
17-year-old Jimmy Corbett started the season in the youth team. He's joined big spending Blackburn in the Premiership.
Have you seen our team? It was a disappointment at the end of the season, and to be fair, even now it still hurts looking back and seeing that we've just missed out on goal difference, really, or goal scored. And it did hurt, and I did feel low. It's not just the supporters and the players and everybody else. I think you take the majority of the weight on your shoulders. And it has been, the last 2 or 3 weeks has been difficult. But the club has got potential to get into the First Division. And we haven't realised that potential. We've got very close. And I'm ready. I'm just starting to come round a little bit now, where I'm ready, you know, for the fight again. To start, you know, roll your sleeves up and get going. I've been on the phone the last couple of days to players, trying to get things sorted for next season. So I can feel that adrenaline coming back and that enthusiasm coming back. It's a long season, and it's very difficult at times, and emotionally it gets to you as well. And like I say, if we'd have been mid-table, nothing, playing for nothing, it wouldn't have been as bad. But to have missed out just on goals, it was a massive disappointment, especially when I think that we were good enough to get in there.